I think it's very important that we get these insights such that as leaders in the area and as business people, we get to know some of the things that we must take serious note of as we run our day-to-day activities, both as consumers and those who supply to the consumers.
Our producers here and manufacturers here and the other businessmen of all trades, I want to appeal to you that time is now to save humanity by ensuring that what you bring on the market is of standard.
What I'd also love to be able to say in a year from now is that we've heard that in the markets, people, average people, are asking about the quality of the food. That schools, when they buy product, are asking for UNBS certified product. That the local leaders, when they ask and they make orders, they make sure it's truly UNBS certified products that they're buying and trading.
To place UNBS in the Ugandan context, we are under the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. Our placement under the Ministry of Trade is to make sure that we are facilitating trade and fair trade, both to the business person and also to the consumers. UNBS implements 2 acts of parliament. We have the UNBS Act, CAP 237, and we also implement another act of weights and measures. Our mandate, 1, is to formulate and promote standards. What we are looking at, if you have your coffee here in Mbale and you want to export it to Rwanda, you shouldn't face any barrier. If you have the UNBS quality mark, the people in Tanzania or in Rwanda are sure that the UNBS has assessed your product and it is safe.
The standard has got a number, US EAS 44. US means Uganda standard, EAS means East African standard. 44 is a number, which is not true. But what this also means, it means that East African level, there is a standard called EAS 44. So since Uganda is part of East African community, it means this standard was discussed at East African level. Our work is just to adopt it as it is. So we added there a Uganda standard. So it is a Uganda standard that has been harmonized regionally. If you find a standard without the word EAS, for example, US 44, that means that standard is not a harmonized standard, but it is a Uganda standard, and either it is compulsory or voluntary. 2019, this is the year this standard was adopted. The standard has got title. So US EAS 44 is basically for milled maize specification. So anyone making maize in Uganda should meet the requirements of the standard for maize.
It is very critical for us as leaders, as also as manufacturers, is that we have what we call compulsory standards. These are standards for products that have a direct impact on the health and safety of the public. And for that, you have no choice, but you must comply. Because if we don't make you comply, we will lose a life.
Increase the what? Medical bills, possible litigation, unfair trade practices.
Or we will lose business or we will lose trade. So those compulsory standards is where the UNBS puts a lot of emphasis to make sure that everyone who is dealing in that particular product actually adheres to the requirements in the standard and must comply. How do you find out that it is safe? If it has the quality mark. If it does not have the quality mark, no one else looked at it. So you take it at your own cost and risk. But as UNBS, we've not been to that place. We cannot confirm that it is safe for you to take.
From 1995, when certification started, it was a voluntary process that you would go there and certify your water or your product as and when you want. But from 2018, after finding that most of those ones in production were just doing things for trade, and they started dumping within their local areas, certification was made a mandatory requirement for products that lie under mandatory standards. Like, for example, all food standards are a must-meet standard. All personal care products are a mandatory standard. They fall under mandatory standards. But things like decoration, they lie in the voluntary. You may not.
Certification is when you will qualify to have that quality mark on your product. Sometimes people say it is a stamp. Some people say it is a sign. The words are many, but according to the UNBS Act, which we implement, it is the certification mark.
Number 1, legal business. Number 2, your labeling and packaging. Number 3, GMP, GHP. This is good manufacturing practice, good hygiene practice. We pick a sample and go and test. What do we test here? We test 2 things. We have chemistry and then microbiology. You are paying for audit. Audit, I can simplify it as a visit. You are paying for the permit. I can simplify it as the actual 2 mark. Then you are paying for testing. And I have said you are paying for chemistry and you are paying for microbiology. It actually is 500 plus testing fees. This testing fees will vary from product to product, because yogurt will take something different, maize flour will take something different, cassava flour something different, peanut something different, and so on and so forth. But if you are not an SME, this one changes to 1 million. Then this one, it may or may not change.